have no idea if it's not Parasite.
So, let's get into our predictions. Best Picture. Parasite.
I also think there's been enough audience uproar about it.
Yeah,
I think it's a really reasonable choice for, like, the Academy for, like, a plethora of reasons. Like, the opportunity it has to sort of indicate, the, like, what it can do as an award show for a genre, but also just because I think it isn't far-fetched to say that it is objectively an amazing, if not the best film
The
of the
thing
year.
is,
Like, it's
they
not
don't love
crossing any
themselves
lines.
enough to recognize that, so I can see them going foolish and going Joker or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
If Joker wins, I will
I
vomit
think
all over.
Once Upon a Time chances are like slowly
They're
decreasing.
decreasing,
But
Thank God.
I think
Yeah,
it'll.
as it should.
I feel like it's now a 3-horse race, mostly between Parasite, 1917, and Joker.
Okay, can we please just tear Joker to shreds right
Yeah.
now? How did it get 11 nominations? Like, the only nomination I saw coming was Joaquin Phoenix,
Agreed.
lead actor.
Yeah.
And I thought he did an amazing
And
job.
it's really funny to me that it ended up in adapted screenplay because
Yeah.
what comic book
What's
are
it
they going
adapted
from?
from?
Yeah.
What comic? It's one of the biggest like We Live in a Society movies
Yeah.
of all time.
Oh,
yeah.
And it thinks that it's doing a lot more than that. Like it thinks it started the revolution.
I mean, there's this
did.
aura of, like, it's telling this, like, important story that needs to be
About
told.
like mental health and stuff like that.
But it
What's
doesn't
the story?
actually adequately address mental health.
No.
No, best director, take Tarantino out, put Ryan Johnson in, and then take Todd Phillips out and put Lulu Wang in.
The saving grace for this entire award season has been Parasite's
Parasite.
love
Yeah.
and the love that
Amen.
Parasite has been getting. And Bong, when he won was it the critics?
Golden Globe.
The Golden Globe, yes. When he won his Golden Globe for Best Foreign Film, he said in his speech that once we get over the 1-inch barrier of subtitles, we'll be introduced to so much amazing films. And
But you know what's even better? He called the Oscars a local film.
He did call the Oscars a local
upset
film.
me.
Did you hear about this? So it was an interview where they asked him about, because this, which is another thing that's ridiculous, this is Korea's first ever nomination in the Oscars. Like, not even for Best, just in general. And they asked him about it. He was like, I mean, yeah, it's a bit weird, but, like, we're not too pressed about it because the Oscars, they're a very local festival. None of the Parasite cast was
How?
nominated.
That still confuses
That
me so
makes
much.
If you're looking-
no sense.
Those, like, there's so many spots where I'm like, you could have plugged
You could
in.
have easily plugged
Given
in.
how underwhelming the people who were nominated
Well,
for acting
ScarJo's
awards
two.
were.
Twice.
Twice
She
for
didn't need
ScarJo.
two.
That's
Take
what
away
Disney did.
ScarJo's
Why
leading
so bad?
actress and give it to the mom from Parasite. I'm not going to try to pronounce any names because I know what I'm capable of.
Yeah,
Take away ScarJo's best supporting and give it to the daughter.
100% agree.
100%. Parks
Also,
and
take
Rec,
out
she-
Leo. Like, why is Leo
He
even there?
is a stock character of an actor, particularly in that movie. Just
Yeah.
like a blank,
Yeah, I agree.
so
bland.
like outacted by
Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Ate
100%
him
outacted by
up.
Brad Pitt. Yeah.
Okay.
lead actress.
Lead actress.
I think it's
Should be
Saoirse Wa-
Saoirse.
Yeah.
Should be
It's
gonna
I
be
wanted
Renee.
to.
That's
I
exactly
think
what I
it's ScarJo.
There's not even that much to
No,
say.
I really think ScarJo's
I
gonna
really
beat
do.
Renee.
Just that monologue. Do you remember? That was like, it was like her like asking the committee. It was her begging the
No.
committee. I really,
No.
I
I
bet
think-
it's gonna
I
be
think-
Could not stand her.
I
They
feel
were
like-
a New
Oh, I didn't
York-based
think
family.
she was good.
And I feel like it's more
I
likely
think
she
she
wins
will.
for Marriage Story than Jojo Rabbit.
Oh, I think it's more likely for JoJo.
I feel like
Really?
it's more likely for they
She was
love
good,
Jojo.
Jojo
I did not
Rabbit.
expect
I
Jojo
thought
Rabbit
she
Me
was
to
neither.
be as
good.
much
When I
as
saw
it
Jojo
did.
Rabbit
I
Best
loved it.
Picture, I was
I
astounded.
really liked Jojo Rabbit, but
I
I'm
like
very
Jojo
shook
Rabbit.
at her, of all the people you could have nominated for an acting role in Jojo Rabbit.
Roman Griffin Davis was great, and
Yeah.
Thomasin McKenzie was also
Mm.
great.
Oh my
Also,
God.
just that movie did such a good job of like confronting such intense issues, but still being so funny. I was laughing the
really
whole
enjoyed
time.
Jojo Rabbit.
And Parasite was phenomenally edited. That entire sequence where, I don't want to give spoilers, but I feel like y'all know what sequence I'm talking about.
The
And
montage?
The montage,
Yes.
the entire
Oh,
montage,
yeah.
just superb.
Well,
editing.
also-
Best montages.
I think that it has a good shot at production design as well because,
Yeah.
well,
They
what
built
I've heard
that.
is that, yeah,
They
that's not a
built
real
that. Yeah,
house.
that's not another house.
Oh,
They built
no.
that.
I had no idea.
Yeah, they built that as
You
a
could
set.
not
Yeah.
tell.
And for costume design, Dolomite is my main snubbing, and also Rocket Man was snubbed too, and that has some
Same.
great costumes. But
Oh my God,
The
they're so
Elton John.
beautiful.
so beautiful.
The orange thing.
Yes, and it really mirrored,
Joker in
like,
costume
Elton's.
design. I'm disgusted yet again. The
There's
Academy
one
Academy
members.
costume.
So, what movie made you guys cry the most this year? That's like on this list.
Parasite.
For me, it's Parasite and
Jojo
Little
Rabbit.
The
I
last
only
part
cried
of
Jojo
Parasite.
Rabbit. I'm so quick to cry at movies. Like, I am so
too.
emotionally invested, and the only one that made me cry was Jojo Rabbit.
I cried at Little Women when, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't cry during that scene, and I anticipated that I would. And for some reason, it was the last 20 minutes that got me.
I cried really hard at Saoirse's monologue.
Yes, that is what got me.
ScarJo's.
When she's talking about I'm supposed to be so independent and women we're always expected to marry and have families all. When she says, "But I'm so lonely."
Yeah. Broke. I think the line that got me the most though.
It really
before she
destroyed
gets
me.
fully into the monologue was when she says, "I care more to be loved. I want to be loved." That was, which is why Saoirse
is our best actress. She is leading actress.
For lead actress, but Renee is most likely going to take it, which is
that makes me
really
so sad.
I also cried a lot in 1917.
And going back to Snubs, Katie, because you mentioned earlier that Uncut Gems was another movie this year.
Uncut Gems did make me cry.
That made you cry. It didn't make me cry, but I just wanted to go back to Snubs because Uncut Gems was fully snubbed.
Anyway,
lead
actor. It should be Adam Driver.
It's going to be.
I said it should be Adam Driver. Will be Joaquin Phoenix.
I said it should be Antonio.
Me too.
The idea of Adam Driver losing this Oscar to Joaquin Phoenix.
I want Adam Driver to lose to Antonio.
I thought he was great in Marriage Story, but I think Adam Driver is a really good actor, and I think he's been better in other movies.
I agree.
For example, I think he was better in Hungry Hearts and Patterson than he was in Marriage Story. But
Black Klansman.
The fact that he's up against Joaquin Phoenix and Joaquin is going to beat him out for this, is ridiculous to me.
Yeah, Joaquin could have got This Love for You Were Never Really Here last year, which was also directed by a woman, Lynn Ramsey. And this Joker, his performance in Joker kind of feels like a rehash of what he did in You Were Never Really Here, but worse because it's overall worse movie.
I so agree about Joker, but 11 nominations.
They're gonna win some Oscars.
You just have to think about the people voting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Guaranteed that Joker didn't win anything else,
I'd
be okay with lead actor.
Me too.
No.
I don't think
I would not be okay with that.
But it's everything. It's almost I understand it slightly more than anything else. It's not.
I understand it more than anything else. I wouldn't be okay with it.
No.
I still think it's gross, and I think that I just think I don't think Joker should get any nomination.
Joaquin wins the Oscar. I'll throw a fucking fit. In conclusion, I'm getting ready to throw my fit.
Yes. But for animated short, I just wanted to give a shout out to Hair Love because it's a short about a black girl loving her hair and stuff, and Matthew Cherry, he really crowdfunded and for this movie, so the fact that it ended up getting the nom, I was really, really pleased about.
That's the thing about animation is that it's something that takes so much time to do. It's not, all movies take a long time to make, but animation requires so much work and artistic labor that when you have big companies like Disney eating up award season and sweeping stuff like that, you're really taking away opportunities from smaller filmmakers because who is able to do animation is just as much of a question.
A nomination and also a win is just it's just the best publicity for an artist.
Yeah.
It's the best publicity hands down.
People always ask why do award shows even matter then if they always get it wrong, and fair point, but the thing is they do matter, and so instead of asking we should just ignore it, we need to start critiquing why award shows in general are placed on such high regard as far as the publicity and stuff, rather than just saying ignore award shows because that's not the solution. It's not going to help anyone.